anytime you can walk into Mackey Arena and play the Boilermakers, I don't know what to say. I'm really proud of our kids for how hard we competed. You know, we knew going into the game that Purdue was an incredibly tough, physical team, especially on the glass. You know, they get 17 offensive rebounds, but, you know, I thought our kids just kept battling. You know, we stayed after it. You know, we certainly defended the three as well as you can. They missed a few open looks, but for the most part, we didn't take naps off the ball. And it was just every man for himself to try to get the defensive rebound. They're a tremendous offensive rebounding team. Again, we have all the respect in the world for Purdue, the type of basketball they play, the toughness that's required both mentally and physically to be in the game, let alone compete and win. I'm just really proud of our young group for being able to come in here and leave with a victory.
Coach, how much was Justin Martin part of that defensive campaign holding Bird over 9 in that over 6?
No, DJ's not going to have many nights like that. You know, I don't care who's guarding him. You see some of the shots he hit against Clemson. There were certainly hands in his face. But I thought Justin, to his credit, did a really good job of you know, staying alert, understanding that they were going to constant movement. They were going to constantly move him, have him set screens, use screens, ball screen. I mean, we just did a really good job. We wanted to chase him off the three-point line, make him put it on the floor like he'd already caught it with dribble used. It's easier said than done, and stay down on his shot fakes in the lane. And again, Justin gets a lot of credit for that, as do our other kids for helping him when he was hung up on some screens. But DJ's not going to shoot the ball like that. We recognize that. We caught him on a tough day for him, but again, proud of our guys.
Coach, I think it was about a 6-minute stretch in the second half that you held the Purdue scoreless. Just how good did you think your guys were defensively during that stretch?
Well, I think both teams have had those moments this year. You know, we've had it when we were in Anaheim. Heck, we had it today after we went up 11-2. That, you know, both teams struggle to score at times, and you know our whole thought process going into the game was, when they have those times, we can't allow them to crush us on the glass, and that was key, especially in the second half. No, I mean, I thought in the second half, for about 4 or 5 minutes before that run, both teams were tired. They were sort of trading baskets, and I thought neither team was playing the type of defense that we're both accustomed to. That separation, that run that you alluded to, wasn't the difference in the game, but it certainly filled our guys with a lot of confidence down the stretch.
Coach, right here. You have 3 starters from Indiana, and I know you're close to Indiana, so it's a natural area to recruit. How are you guys able to come in? Because there's a lot of good Division I programs in the state of Indiana. How are you guys able to come in and get kids from this state?
Well, I wouldn't say we just come in and get them. There's usually an assembly line of kids that come out of the state of Indiana. I mean, the high school basketball here is like no other. You go to a game, they're sold out. I mean, there are just so many prospects that have the ability to play at the next level. And, you know, we just try to establish relationships, you know, with kids and their coaches early. I think Travis Steele on our staff has done an incredible job throughout the years. And, you know, we've lost our share of battles, too. You know, DJ Bird was the guy that I recruited really hard. And I don't coach at Purdue, so I didn't win that one.
Do you think that'll change at all with Butler being in the Atlantic 10? Will it get to be a little bit more difficult to get kids?
It's already gotten a lot more difficult over the last, you know, couple of years. You know, Indiana's resurgence, you know, Purdue and Coach Painter do an incredible job of really recruiting in their breadbasket. You know, Louisville, Ohio State, all the Notre Dame, all the schools just in the close proximity make it really tough for us. But we have established relationships. We're going to continue to try to get kids that we feel like are a great fit for Xavier.
Okay, this is my last one. It's kind of off topic, but I'm from the Fort Wayne paper. Ben Botts has been on your coaching staff for a couple of years. Just talk a little bit about what his responsibilities are and what kind of job he's done.
Not to screw it up. That's what we ask Ben to do every day. No, Ben's he's the quintessential Indiana, you know, high school kid. You know, in terms of loves basketball. You know, student of the game. Incredible shooter. He's going to have a great career in coaching. You know, for us, he handles a variety of tasks, whether it's film, you know, whether it's helping us with travel, you know, drills, checking on guys in class, you know, just all the things. I think he's getting a hand in everything that he could possibly get a hand in at the college level. He's going to make a really good coach.
Coach, his stat sheet looked really good, but just from your vantage point, how well did Christon play for you?
I mean, you know, he's one of the best freshmen in the country. He really is. You know, it's his first true road game. You know, we could have picked a lot easier places to go into and play. And for him to miss 4 shots from the field, some of the shots he made down the stretch, I mean, just big time. And, you know, I've been saying all along, he could be really good. He could be really good. You know, I got to give it to him. He is really good. Now, he's still going to experience some ups and downs as a freshman, as they all do. But, you know, he's really good.
Chris, how did Jeff's foul trouble affect what you want to do in the front court, and what does it say about the team's resilience to be able to pick up without him?
You know, I made the mistake of putting Jeff in with 2 fouls. We went zone. Thought we could hide him a little bit. He made a foolish mistake on a bad closeout. He's got to be a senior, not get that 3rd foul. You know, we're not playing 11 guys, maybe like a Purdue. You know, we have to make sure that, for the most part, we go into halftime without being in foul trouble. But I don't think Jeff was ever really able to shake off just being in the wrong place at the wrong time today. He's had such a really productive year for us to date. Today wasn't one of his best days, but like all of our guys, he doesn't put his head down. He's not over in the corner of the locker room while the team's celebrating the win like, woe is me. He's super excited.
It may not have been Travis's best game either, but he had a really pivotal basket that put you ahead by 5. How much of a boost was that?
It was huge. I mean, I think that went from a 1-possession to 2-possession game. You know, Trav at times struggles against size. I don't know if we're going to face a player with more size than AJ. But the thing that Trav didn't do is he didn't let it affect his defense on the other end of the floor. He was rebounding the ball at a high level. He was in the right place for the most part. And he just had a desire to win the game despite him not shooting so well from the field.
And last question, how green is Isaiah's light from 3?
After a couple of the ones that rocketed off the backboard, maybe we should tone it down to yellow. But, you know, we've got to be a team that can shoot it from 3 or 4 positions. And if those guys are just looking at the rim and their man's playing off them by 8 feet, we're not going to be effective on offense. So we'll keep repping his shot. The more he shoots, the more game situations he gets in, the more comfortable he's going to be. So we're going to continue to let him shoot as long as they're not, you know, early ones, impatient ones. They're within the flow of the offense. He'll have that green light.
Justin, just first talk about picking up this road victory, and it was a pretty difficult game going back and forth there at the end.
I'm speechless right now. It was a good road win. You know, came into a hostile environment and played like a veteran team. You know, and I can't thank my teammates enough for, you know, sticking together down the stretch and just put a big time win together. First road kill of the season, so it feels good.
Towards the end of the game, the intensity really picked up, maybe in the last 10 minutes or so. What were you guys able to do specifically to kind of keep the lead and also keep Purdue at bay?
Just be tired after the game. Just leave it on the court and exhaust all our energy and just be there. Just be there on the catch, guard, you know, be in your gaps. And like Coach said, if I was to tell you, you know, if 3:56 left and we can go home happy, what would you do? We just had to go out there and put stops together, and this is the result.
Against Purdue, your real first true road test of the season, though, how was it to pick up a victory like you did today?
Like I said, you know, it's a hostile environment. Couldn't ask for a better team. We found Semaj AD, found each other, found people in, you know, the right places. We rebounded down the stretch. It's a big-time win, big time win against a good Big Ten team. You know, got to give a lot of credit to those guys.
What is it about this team, though, that has kind of come together here? You guys are 6-1 to start the season.
Just the same thing as every other Xavier team. We're relentless, you know, never give up. Always compete every possession, whether it's 20 minutes or 20 seconds. You know, just always competing and just tough-hearted.
Talk about the team's performance tonight, picking up a 63-57 road victory against Purdue.
I think we just came out ready to go at the beginning. I mean, we have our ups and downs. We playing at their house, so I think we just came out hard and ready to play.
In that first half, you guys started off strongly. You held Purdue to only 1 basket in their first 7 attempts, and then they came back and kind of had like the second punch, if you will. Talk about this team's resiliency, though, to stay with it, especially on the road.
We try to stay together all the time. That's our little motto, 1, 2, 3, stay together. So that's what we try to do at the end of the day, just stay together. I know adversity is going to hit sometime in the game. We just have to stay together.
you specifically, you had 25 points, a new career high. 15 of those came in the second half, and a lot of big buckets and fouls down the end. Talk about just your performance today and really what's been kind of helping you along in these last 6 games.
My teammates, they trusted me a lot. I just come out and try to play my game. My teammates find me, and I shoot it, hit the shot.
What is it like, though, to play your first collegiate game in a tough road environment like Purdue, a real road game?
It was fun. It was fun to me, hearing all the crowd yelling, screaming at us. It was fun. I liked it.